What's going on, guys? Ratchet Games here, and today we're going to be starting a new walkthrough for Ratchet and Clank 3 using the RPCS3 emulator. So similarly to Ratchet and Clank 1 and 2 up on the channel, this will be from the HD collection, which again is not necessarily perfect. Same with the first two games, there are a couple of issues with the HD collection, but that's down to the PS3 release and not using the emulator. They actually all run really well on the emulator with very few issues. But it's been quite a long time since I played this game, and I just thought it'd be nice to have the trilogy up on the channel. I will do Gladiator as well at some point, or Deadlocked at some point as well. And then we'll move on to the PS3 games at some point, get those up on the channel as well for you guys. And similarly to Ratchet and Clank 2, this will be a 100% walkthrough, or as close to a 100% walkthrough that you can do in one playthrough of the game. And it has been a while since I've played this, but I'll try and remember as much as I can. I might need to look up a few things, but it'll be fun to re-experience something that I haven't played in a long time. But without any further ado, let's get on with it, shall we? I did just make a save slot. I was having a couple of issues with saves on the PS3 emulator, but yeah, that's nothing to do with the collection. It was just me being stupid.
My Blargian Snagglebeast devours your mutant swamp fly. Oh yeah, I bet you didn't see that one coming. Hey, what are you doing?
Check and mate.
What? That's cheating!
On the contrary, the rules clearly state that the Blargian Snagglebeast has an allergic reaction to swamp flies that last 2 turns. Ooh, it is on again.
Your luck is extraordinary, sir. But do you lose as gracefully as you will?
I would not know, Maximilian. I never lose.
There is a first time for everything. Agent Clank! You missed! So much for the famous secret agent!
Shocking. Bring the car around, Jeeves, and mind the ejector seat this time.
Stay tuned for more Secret Agent Clank.
That was terrific.
Yeah, great. Change the channel.
But the man said to stay tuned.
We continue our live coverage from Veldin. Just hours ago, the planet was attacked without warning by a terrifying alien race known as the Tyrannoids. Officials believe that an evil robotic supervillain known as Dr. Nefarious is the mastermind behind the Tyrannoid attack. As you can see, the Galactic Rangers are putting up a valiant fight, but they are no match for these tentacle-eyed terrors. Indeed, this backwater planet may be completely destroyed in a matter of hours. Darla Gratch, Channel 64 News.
We're going home.
But Veldin is in the Solana Galaxy. Oh no, not the gravimetric warp drive. The untested gravimetric warp drive? The one you built from Blargian scrap metal?
Coming?
We are doomed.
You were saying?
I stand corrected.
I just hope we're not too late.
Yeah, I remember when I first played this game, I was really confused by the whole Secret Agent Clank thing. But we'll see more of that a bit later. But we're heading to planet Veldin, which is the planet you start on in Ratchet and Clank 1. So it's nice to sort of return to where everything began. You'll notice Ratchet's helmet looked a little bit big
Greetings, client
for his head
91802, and welcome back to the Solana Galaxy.
in that little cutscene as we got out of the ship. That's down to the HD collection and not the emulator. I'm going to change a few things very quickly in the settings. So I've just changed the controls up so they're a bit more like, well, they basically function the same way that they do in Ratchet Deadlocked or Ratchet Gladiator, the next game in the series. And it just makes a lot of the combat much easier than it is with the sort of standard controls. Nice thing about Ratchet Clank 3 is we start with the heli pack and the thruster pack as well. Functions pretty much identically. I've always preferred the heli pack though, for whatever reason, so we'll stick with that.
These must be the Galactic Rangers.
Hey, look! It's a new sergeant!
Huh?
Hey, Sarge, you can have my gun. There's too many of them! We're all gonna die!
Press R1.
So one of the main benefits of using the lock strafe mode is we get an aiming reticle. Basically turns it into a third-person shooter, and all the controls we need for movement as well on the sort of shoulder buttons, and you can aim in using L2 as well. But also when we jumped off the ship, we got a little message from the help desk, the Gadgetron help desk, just saying, basically pointing out the fact that we're coming back to a galaxy that is run by Gadgetron rather than Megaport like it is in Ratchet and Clank 2. But yeah, we've been nominated by the Galactic Rangers, as we'll soon learn that they're actually a bunch of cowards, basically. And yeah, we've been nominated by them as a new sergeant.
Am I glad to see you, Sarge? We're pinned down by that enemy vehicle. Somebody's gotta take it out.
Let me guess. That somebody is me.
We gotta volunteer. Here, Sarge, take this. We'll cover you. From back there!
Try using the nitro launcher against that vehicle.
But being a sergeant, it does come with some perks, like some free weapons. And yeah, they give us our sort of more area of effect weapon. It's pretty decent at taking out slightly tougher targets, but it's definitely not your boss killer. You know, it runs. It's quite low on power in comparison to like the mini nuke launcher
To select weapons.
from Ratchet and Clank 2, but we definitely get those weapons later on in the game. But it's more, it can be more used for taking out groups of enemies more than anything else really. But the shock blaster does a lot of damage. And just a quick point about the camera controls. On our quick select, you might notice there's the R2 icon on the bottom left of it there. So if we hold down R2, we can change our control modes. So this is back to traditional Ratchet and Clank controls. So we have to press circle to fire our weapons. But anytime we enter any combat, we can go to lock strafe mode. Then it also allows you to use R1 to fire your weapons, which just feels a lot more natural, and it allows you to keep your thumb on the analog stick to aim while you're attacking enemies. Got another one of them drop ships here, and they're not really much of a threat, but this is, you know, it's only the first level of the game. And even these sort of mech guys aren't much of a threat. And just like the start of Ratchet and Clank 2, we want to focus on using our weapons as much as possible.
Your maximum level has increased.
To get weapon experience, you can see the bar underneath our ammo on the top left with V1 next to it. And our health just upgraded, and I'm pretty sure the maximum health is 100 points, so we've got quite a long way to go to get that. One downside of having the Galactic Rangers helping us here, so they will take some of our kills and steal some of our XP, but there's plenty of enemies later on in the game to make up for it. So you might notice this area from Ratchet Clank 1. The majority of the map has been changed up. It did blow my mind though. I was like, what? You can do this? You can go back to Ratchet and Clank 1? When, you know, started playing Ratchet and Clank 3. Thought it was really cool going back to where the first game takes place. And this is, up here is where Ratchet had his ship that he built. And this is his little warehouse with a Quark poster still on the wall. So it's a bit worn around the edges there.
What's the situation?
The Noids have fallen back to a base in F sector. We have orders to go in and take them out. F sector? No way. Game over, man. We're all gonna end up as scrap metal.
Get back in there, Trooper. We've got a planet to save.
Sir, yes, sir.
So here we're going to see a new mechanic introduced in the third game, which is base jumping. But as you jump out the drop strip, sometimes your frames will drop, and that's down to the HD collection. It did that on the PS3. It's a lot better on the using the emulator, but they might drop a little bit still. Now there are these missiles firing up towards us, but we don't really need to worry about dodging any of them. Not for this first sort of base jump. So here we're in a completely new area on this planet. So it's nice that we've still got some new stuff. And these enemies, it's the only time, the guys with the guns, it's the only time these guys actually show up in the game. But you can see they're not much of a threat. It's quite easy to dodge their attacks. Somehow missed with the shotgun there. But we've already upgraded our shot blasters level 2.
Weapons upgrade automatically when they're used frequently.
The doors are open. Look out!
Hold circle to charge up the shot blast.
Yeah, unfortunately we did interrupt it because we changed weapons by pressing triangle. Because you can see the two icons there. That's like a quick select. Quick swap, so you don't need to access the quick select wheel to change weapons. And yeah, we've unlocked the ability to charge the blaster. You see it charging up there, and we get a more powerful shot. If you can do the charge shot without having to fire a shot, because if you hold R1 or whatever the fire button is on your control setup, you will fire a shot and then charge it up. But if you swing your wrench and just have your wrench out and then hold the fire button, it should work. Maybe that's just later on when it's fully upgraded. But yeah, there is a way you can charge it without wasting a shot to get the most out of it. We've got plenty of ammo here at the start of the game. See, we've got another dropship. This guy's a little bit tougher. But yeah, that brings us to the end of this first level. Really cool how we got to see some old stuff, but got a little new area as well. This first level is very short, but it is more of a tutorial than anything else.
Sir, we have a transmission from the president.
How are things on the front lines, soldier? Is that secret agent Clank?
Greetings, sir. We are here to help.
Well, this is an honor, and I see you brought your chauffeur along.
What? No. Hold on a second, sir.
Agent Clank, we must stop Dr. Nefarious. As you may know, only one man has ever faced him and survived. I've just received a top-secret report on that man's whereabouts. Here, take a look.
On tonight's episode of Nature's Mysteries, we examine the Florana tree beast. Deep in the dense growth of Florana's Jambu forest lives a mysterious creature. Or maybe he doesn't. It's one of Nature's Mysteries!
I seen him run right through our camping site. He was buck naked, screaming and holding a banana. Or maybe it weren't a banana. It could be.
One of Nature's Mysteries! Legend tells that this mysterious creature is actually one of the greatest superheroes who ever lived. Shamed by his recent past, he is now one of Nature's Mysteries! Tune in and find out the answers.
We need you to find this man. The fate of the galaxy may depend on it.
Are you sure this is the guy you're looking for, Mr. President? Yeah, he seems like kind of a, wacko.
You may be right, but he's the best chance we've got. I know you boys won't let me down.
You can count on us, sir.
So yeah, then we get thrown right to the next planet. But it's good to see in Ratchet and Clank 3 that, they keep up the very silly humour. There's a couple of points in the story that are quite poignant and a bit more serious. But yeah, the next planet is Planet Florana. But similarly to the Ratchet and Clank 2 series, I'm going to aim to do a planet per episode. Then that way it keeps the walkthrough nice and structured for you guys. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this first episode. I know it's a much shorter one, but that's the same as Ratchet and Clank 2 when we covered that. And yeah, I hope you guys are looking forward to the rest of the series as well. Thank you very much for watching this episode. And obviously next episode we'll head through Florana and hopefully discover one of Nature's mysteries. But thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this episode and look forward to the rest of the series and seeing what this game has to offer, like and subscribe for more, and that way you won't miss out on anything. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode.